Okay, we are on a time limit in our hall here, so I'm going to take the next 2 questions, and then I think some of us will maybe stick around to be accosted afterwards. I'm so sorry. But go ahead, next question, please.
Can you talk a little bit about the caravans that everyone's been reading about that are coming up from Mexico, Texas, and I think Maureen in particular talked about, and all of you have touched on how some of them are coming up to Massachusetts, but can you talk more about, I mean, this may be a question for Maureen, but anyone else who can chime in, about how the caravans are affecting Massachusetts, or are they, and what can we do, or what can our legislators do, or are they doing anything to prevent them from coming into Massachusetts?
So there's 2 different issues, I think. One is the caravans of people that are coming up and being relocated up to Massachusetts. We also have the other issue of DHS can't process all the asylum seekers, which is code for illegal aliens, at the border, and they're transporting them to other areas of the country to be processed. We need to contact our state representatives and, get them on board with us to see how we can block these people from coming up here. But as far as the ones that are just, crossing the border and being released with the catch and release, I don't know how we can stop them from just flying into the country here, or into the state. I said earlier, when I flew home from McAllen, Texas, the plane had plenty of illegal aliens on there coming up, with their brand new printed documents in manila envelope, and the envelope said on it, I don't speak English, please help, I don't speak English, priority boarding, and had their flight information on it.
They were illegal?
Yeah, coming right up, fresh over the border, yeah.
You are.
We as taxpayers spend almost $2 billion every year on the resettlement of unaccompanied minors, family unit arrivals, and others seeking asylum to be released into the country and live here really indefinitely until the court hearing.
And let me guess, no TSA searches, right?
At the airport.
And we're able to get around TSA with, typically you're not allowed to bring any bottled drinks, things like that. They actually were allowed to just ignore that and bring the things around TSA. They were having problems on the planes with people being sick because the people coming on the plane were sick, the illegals. They can't communicate, so they can't talk about it. The flight attendants can't instruct them on emergency response in the event there's a problem. So they're being treated differently than we would be on the security aspect of it. And if I could, just on one last thing on the caravan, what's going on the border is, the cartels are involved in this as well. What they're doing is, when 100 people come through, that exhausts the Border Patrol's staffing to be able to continue monitoring in a broader way. So they have to get their resources and take them right to deal with that 100, transport them, and all the things they have to do to get them into the processing station. While that's going on, the cartels know that they've basically depleted the staff for the Border Patrol, and now they're muling the drugs, all these drugs in further down and across into the United States. So it's all part of this multi-million-dollar business that the cartels are running to use this as a diversion as well, in addition to depleting the resources.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I think this is a great wrap-up question. It's great to have some awareness tonight that was shared. And what we're experiencing out here is a message that we're getting from the other side. It's such a small percentage. The majority are fine and fleeing from horrid conditions and situations. You're just racist. How do we combat that message? Because this is what this largely left state is coming back at us with.
Can I give a quick, fast answer to that, and then everybody else? This is the problem. We're being drawn into these questions that really don't deal with what the real problem is. And the answer is real simple. We allow at least 1 million people in every year, legally. We have a process. We have a right to expect that people that want to come here, that want to have asylum, whatever else, there's a process before you come into this country and you can apply for it. The truth is, these people won't qualify. So they're saying, you know what? I don't qualify, too bad, I'm coming anyway. The answer is real simple. We are a country of laws. And until those laws change and allow for people to just quit, doesn't matter whether we're not saying you're not a nice person or you're a bad person. We're saying we have laws that require you to enter in here. You have churches. I mean, you can't go become a member of a Catholic church without going through certain things, right? You become a member of the church. Why should we be treated differently about our sovereignty? It's real simple. We have a right to our sovereignty. We're not saying don't come in. We want you here. We're a country of immigrants. But do not think that it's okay just to ignore our laws and that somehow, because you're a good person, that therefore you get special treatment. That's my personal opinion.
So you're probably familiar with the famous statement of Margaret Thatcher that when the person you're arguing with calls you a racist or a xenophobe or the like, that means they're out of good arguments. You can go even further than that and take the Andrew Breitbart or Ben Shapiro approach and point out that they, in fact, are the ones who are racist. Why? Because there are what the unseen people who are being cheated here are the 4 million people around the world who are applying to come here legally, and these other folks are cutting to the front of the line. And and another point I would make along those lines of people are coming here both legally and illegally because we have the rule of law. And I had the pleasure to work with some legal immigrant Asian American groups in Maryland, and when they testify, the state legislatures say, well, I mean, don't you think other people should, you got to come here, don't you think everyone else should be able to come here? Oh, and by the way, don't you remember the Chinese Exclusion Act? They wouldn't let Chinese folks come here. And what they said has always stuck with me. They said, look, do not patronize us. Of course we remember the Chinese Exclusion Act, but we legally immigrated out of China because we have an experience where the rule of law does not exist, namely China under Maoism. And if you allow the rule of law to be destroyed by illegal immigration here in America, we will lose everything. So it's the other side that is being the slightly racist, I would say.
Thank you. And I'm going to allow one more person to have his...
Thank you very much for that. I was going to waive the time constraint since I got the hall. I didn't want to sit through a conversation on sanctuary city-state without getting my opinion out. My statement is, Mr. Lenning, I think gave us a great foundation to build on. I'm seeing things change because of his suit, his prosecution against Judge Johnson, or whatever her name is.
Suspended Judge Joseph?
Suspended Judge Joseph. I'm not big on facts, I'm an overview guy. Here's my question. Sheriff, I'll assume that you have met with Mr. Lenning or had a conversation with him?
I have spoken with him in the past.
Here's the thing that bothers me the most. I look at Marion Ryan, Mayor Walsh, Joe Curtatone, Maura Healy, and I see that they are preventing law enforcement to cooperate with ICE or any other federal agency. My question is, that's breaking the law. Why can't we prosecute those people?
Right.
But it's funny you say that. I was testifying before Congress. I think you were there, Jessica. And I remember Congressman King asking me during my testimony, he said, Sheriff, these people who are creating these sanctuaries and preventing, making it possible for people to be harbored and concealed here who aren't supposed to be here illegally, whether it's letting them out the back door or whatever, what should be done with them? I said, there's only one thing that should be done with these people, Congressman. Issue arrest warrants on every one of them.
Right.
Article 1324 of Title 8 of the U.S. Code it clearly says that anyone who attempts to harbor or conceal someone they know to be in the country illegally is guilty of a felony under federal law.
Right.
And so, yes, for these people that we can prove are doing this, the state rep in Brockton, who, when ICE was going to be doing a raid, she thought, she went around and announced it to the entire community, put all the police officers and the ICE officers at risk of giving these people a heads up, should be prosecuted. And I'm glad that Leland did what he did. He's right to have done it, and thank God he had the clearance. I think with the decisions of people like the U.S. Attorney here in Massachusetts taking the right stand on behalf of the people whom he promised to protect and the oath he honors, that we'll see more of that. We're going to see more of it. And we'll see more of it if people like yourselves stand up and say those kinds of things and speak out publicly and go, you know what? Write a letter to the editor. Call into a radio show and say, you know what? I applaud the U.S. Attorney, you know, for doing the right thing, for making sure that others aren't going to violate our oath and aren't going to undermine the trust that we gave them to protect us and our people. So God bless the U.S. Attorney Leland. I know we're going to see a lot more out of him, and we're going to do everything we can to support him.
Thank you. I'm just going to make a statement to the group. We learned a lot tonight. Great job, panel. But we need to take action, people. It's not good enough to sit here and get educated and not do anything with it. So let's pay attention. Let's get together as a group, and let's start fighting these injustices. Whatever we have to do, I'm all in. Thank you.
I want to be respectful of everyone's time. So those of you who need to go, thank you for coming. Thank you to everyone for coming. And I think a few of us can stick around for a little while for other questions.